$2,000 stimulus check update as millions of Americans are calling on Congress to immediately issue to help out the low-income and struggling Americans. So, I think all of us at this point can probably agree. We are in a very situation and landscape. Even from just a few months ago, just a couple of weeks ago, a lot of things have changed in a big way. Now, we are dealing with some other very big things on the domestic level and even globally. As a result of this, we are now seeing this new massive renewed push with millions of people reaching out to Congress and pushing on Congress to issue a $2,000 immediate payment to help out the low and fixed income. Either way, we've been calling on Congress for all of these. In fact, here's what's interesting. Years ago, we had these 80 members of Congress reaching out to the president with these dedicated letters calling on him to issue a $2,000 recurring payment when about 80 members call on the president to issue recurring checks. But at the same time, we are dealing with some really big issues as going on out there. Now, as a result of energy prices going up substantially here, which is all translating into massive inflation on everything, all the products that we buy at our store, food, but literally everything that hasn't gone up in price. I'm looking at everything that has gone up substantially. Maybe some items, maybe not as much. As I continue to do my research every day, by the way, over the last couple of weeks here, I continue to see more buses coming out from all these people pushing on Congress to issue this check. Well, at this kind of globally, there's been or too massive push now, especially with all the prices rapidly rising on energy. A lot of new information I see pushing out there saying Congress has got to do something, especially for the low income and the fixed income. According to the recent reports, I've been finding that anybody earning $100,000 or less is literally living paycheck to paycheck right now. For a long time, there was always this kind of misconception out there that if you earn six figures, according to these reports, people earning six figures a year are still living paycheck. The vast majority of you here in the community are receiving these benefits. But at the same time, I've also seen a lot of more signatures on this position. We have the one major position that we've talked about previously. This is the one on the website. By the way, that one has about 3,040,000 signatures as of now, just a little bit less than that. It reached 3 million signatures, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago or something like that. It continues to get more. People are still signing this petition. Recently, there are about 6 petitions out there right now that are gathering signatures for additional stimulus checks here in 2022, especially with everything going on right now. It looks like these things have been gathering a lot of more signatures as of recently with everything going on. It seems that a lot of people right now are kind of looking for different avenues in which they can reach out to Congress and show their support for additional checks. Honestly, the email address associated with the position in Congress. So, maybe send out these people an email and say, hey, my name is Bob, and I'm really struggling. I'm living on Social Security. A $2,000 check could really help us out right now, especially with all this inflation. Just do something. Anything like that would be very helpful. But I would highly recommend it. Getting on the phone, making some phone calls, getting on your email, sending out a couple of emails, letting them know. Try to make your email relatively short, maybe like 2 or 3 sentences. The reason is, if it gets too long, they are probably just gonna say that they don't have time to read it. But if it's 2 or 3, maybe 4 sentences long, they might actually gloss over it really quickly. If you call and leave a voicemail or you talk to staff, either say make it relatively quick. that certain could be very much core for right here, right now, as the landscape has dramatically changed. It might not be all about COVID anymore, but you know what? The landscape is still very similar to what it was several months ago, a year ago. In fact, I could actually argue that the landscape is even worse than it was back then, because things are very different now and prices are much higher.